Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. How's my family doing today? I hope everybody's good. It is, what day is it? I believe it is Saturday. For me, it is Thursday, and so I have brought along some, I probably won't use this one because it's torn on the back. Oh, you know what? I will, and I'll cover it. So I have brought along just some cuts. I have this bag, okay, and it is full of all kinds of saved cardboard and cards, old greeting cards, flyers from stores, boxes, that are cut up, just all kinds of stuff. So I decided today that I would use a few of these and make something kind of fun, kind of a little mixed media thing. Maybe I'll list this as our mixed media, as my mixed media entry. And then I have a few book pages. I have some tissue paper I'm going to use to be covering this. This is old Kleenex boxes. This is a greeting card. I think that was to my mom. Yeah. From somebody in my family. Yeah, anyway, and this is a box, the backer for a chicken. No big deal. Yeah, we're going to use it. So I am going to set these aside, and what I'm going to be using is my glue stick. I'm going to be using some gesso. This time I'm going to use some of my oxide sprays and mica sprays probably, but you can use watercolor, acrylics, whatever you want to use to get color onto the project. And I'm going to be using a couple pieces of what we did with our little faux rice paper. So I thought I would use these maybe as pockets on the cards. So first of all, I have right here a Kleenex box. I love this print. I thought it was so fun. It's so abstract. Reminds me a little bit of my flowers. I just love that look. So yeah. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to get my, let's see, do I want gesso or do I want Mod Podge? I think I'll use Mod Podge for this. Let me grab it. It's right here. Okay. And I'm going to get my big brush to spread that on there. Okay. So, yeah, you'll need some Mod Podge or matte medium, whatever you like to use. Okay, and a brush. And we're just going to spread this on real quick. Cover this. And then we are going to be putting our tissue paper on top. Okay. Okay. Grab a piece of this. And I am just going to sit this on here, and then I want this to kind of wrinkle. I want that texture. Okay. So I'm just making sure that I have wrinkles on here as I press it down. And then I'm going to do another layer on top of the Mod Podge. And I'm going to go ahead and cover each one of these like this and let it, and so it has kind of got a few minutes to dry. I'll probably pause the video and let this dry and then come back, and we are going to have some fun. Okay. At least I hope it's fun. I think it'll be fun. Oopsie. I banged my papers into the camera. Okay, so on these that have something on both sides, or that have or that are torn on one side, I'm going to be covering probably the back side with paper, so it won't matter, Or maybe I'll do this on the other side as well and decorate both sides. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I just cut a piece of tissue paper ahead of time, so that I could have it ready, and just took it and cut it into thirds, and then cut it into thirds again. So I had the weirdest dream the other night, you guys. I woke up thinking about, yes, crafting. I woke up thinking about paper macheing, like making paper mache backgrounds, and also, this is weird, paper macheing a key. What do you think of that? I was like, okay, what's that about? How in the world would I manage to do that? So it's kind of been in my brain all week long. I've been thinking about it. I'm just now mentioning it, but yeah. So it's weird. My mat, this little thing is getting dingier and dingier, huh? Okay, shows I've been using it every day. Let me just dry that real quick so it's not wet. Okay. Yep, I don't know, that dream though, it was so funny. I woke up thinking about my, paper macheing stuff. I was like, I haven't done paper mache since I worked with my daughter's kindergarten class, and she's 31, so that tells you how long ago that was. Okay. I hope you guys decide to join me with these. I just love all this mixed media fun, you know. I'm getting more and more into it as I do stuff. Yeah, when Cordy pulled the thing out of the basket this week, he said, mixed media? Like that? Medium? I go, yay, mixed media. He was like, what? Okay, I'm glad you're happy. Okay. He's so sweet. He prays for you guys. Every morning with me, he'll mention my friends. He lifts up Tara's, my wife's friends, along with ours. Oh, I just dropped this on me. It's so funny. I've got more glue on this shirt. Okay, one more. I know this one's kind of funny shaped, but it's, I don't know. I thought it'd be a cool, maybe a topper even. It might be big enough to become a topper, but I just thought it'd be fun to use these. This was saved back last year when I was saving literally every single piece of trash I could get my hands on. Thanks to our lovely friend Natasha. She's the one who really got me to saving junk, like for my journals. I watched Tina, of course, but my first person I ever watched was Natasha, actually. And she was the one that she was constantly talking about making things out of cereal boxes and Kleenex boxes. I was like, oh my gosh, I was just like, you can make something out of everything. And so I'm looking back through all my stuff now and I'm like, oh my gosh, I was literally saving every piece of trash I had. And that's the couple of boxes I went through last week, I think, and cleared out. Okay, I have too much stuff. Okay, so there we go. Now we've got these covered and they're gonna dry, and I like the little bumps in there and everything that are gonna happen, and I'm gonna pause and let these dry for a few minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So here we have our fun pieces that are now dry for the most part. And I have gone ahead and trimmed them, so we're ready to play. Okay, so let me see, making sure I'm in frame. So I'm going to start with one of these, and I have my block here, and I'm going to try to keep that out of your eyes. So let's see, there we go. Okay, so since this one has blues in it and stuff, I was thinking that it might be fun to use, let me see here. Okay. I was thinking I could also use my watercolor powders for this. That's a deep. First I'm gonna use some of my vintage photo, okay? Let me push my chair. There we go. Get it a little higher so I can see above this a little bit better. Okay. Oops. There we go. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some of this onto my stamp block. Okay. And then I'm going to spray. Okay, I just had it. Here it is. I'm like, I just have my spray bottle. I'm going to spray it with some water. Move it around a little bit. I'm wondering, is this going to come off? I'm not sure what that is. And then I'm just going to take my piece here and kind of smush it onto here to pick up some of this color. And see, the fun part is where our bumps and stuff are, leaves a nice place for all those colors to kind of crease into. Okay, and I'll go ahead and grab some of that with this one as well. Don't want to waste it, right? Okay. All right. And then I was thinking it would be fun. I definitely want to add in some, I'm going to use some of this speckled egg spray, or stain, and see what happens with it. I'm just going to, you know what, I may just go ahead and spray this on. It's not wanting to. Let's see. Because it had that blue look to it. I wanted to see what it would do. I don't know that it's going to do much of anything. Now I'm going to put a few sprinkles of the powder here, and then we'll spray that. So look at that, it's splattered over. It is such an intense color. Let some of that go into the bottom here. Oh, it's all over me, of course. Look at me. Oh, I'm like a little kid. But that's okay. I have fun. I have fun playing with my paints and my inks and all of my goodies. Once in a great while, Courtney will be like, oh my goodness, honey, your hands. Only once in a while, though. He's pretty good about it. He's gotten used to it, I think. Okay. This one's very intense. And I wanted to kind of, I'm not sure how this will look, but I wanted to, and that was with just a few sprinkles of that watercolor powder. That's how intense the pigment is. It's crazy how strong it is. If anybody's out there who's curious about them and is like, oh, I wonder if they work. Yes, they work all too well. So you have to be very careful. And I only sprinkled a few tiny little pieces. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to grab my heat tool real quick here and dry this a little bit. I'm going to pause so you don't have to hear it. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So these are dry. This one, of course, is not quite as intense as that first one, and that's okay, because we're not done. We're still going to play. So now I'm going to use, I'm looking here to decide if I want to use gathered twig or if I would like to use my, I think I'm going to do a little tea dye. And since I don't have this in a bottle, I'm just going to put it onto my mat here. Oops, sorry guys, that was loud. And spray that. It'll do the same thing for you. And kind of bring in some more brown, which is, because of the blue, is picking up and making it kind of a dark green, which I like. Okay. Okay, I just sprayed, I probably shouldn't have sprayed that directly, but some gathered twigs is what I just put on here. Let's see. It's going to have some funky looks to it. But this isn't all we're doing. We're definitely going to be doing a few more fun things with this, so not to worry. Anybody out there going, what is she doing? What is she thinking? Oh my gosh. Okay. Actually, I'm trying hard not to think too much because I really just want to have some fun. I have a tendency to think way too hard about what I do. Okay, now I'm going to use, I love this blue that I got during, you can see it. Oh gosh, that's bright right there. Stop going into the light. Anyway, it's that metallic Tim Holtz mica spray. And this one was the Winter Frost. I also pulled out the balsam because it's kind of a green. And because this box was blue, I just kind of wanted to add a little metallic look into the mix. If you have been watching me for any length of time, you know that I love metallic anything. So yeah, so if I can bring a little bit of the metallic into it, I'm going to like it. It's just something I really love. I think I just need some more of that. Okay. Yeah, there we go. I love how it goes into the curves of that napkin where the tissue paper is nice and scrunched up. I love it. Look at it. It's just following the lines of it. Love it, love it, love it. That's my favorite part. Let's put some on this one. I think I want to add a little more browns to this one here. And the backdrop, that picture that was on the box of all those flowers and stuff, has just kind of added to, you know. I'm going to go ahead and press this onto the back as well. I don't know if I'll be using the back or not, but I'm trying to get some right through that white area. See, right through here. Let me do a little more. Let's see. Where's my, oh, here it is. I'm going to do a little bit more of my vintage photo. So I'm probably going to be going to Hobby Lobby this weekend. Not super positive, but kind of positive. Courtney, he wants to take me, of course, for our anniversary from last weekend. And since we didn't get to go last weekend. And so, yeah, we're talking about going first to Hobby Lobby, then over to have some nice lunch in Phoenix, and then we're going to go over to, what do you call it? I think, oh yeah, to Turf Paradise and watch the horse races. And then we're going to go over to, I guess that'll be home after that. We're just going to go home. I'm just trying to pull up on all of these cards. Now on this one, you can see that that brown kind of turned green with the blue, which for me is fine. I don't mind because I love green. So, okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and dry this again. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. So here's our cards. And what I want to do next is I'm going to grab some book page. And this time I'm going to use, on this one, I'm going to use some music. Okay. And I'm just going to, where's my glue? Oh, I'm going to get a glue stick. Okay. And I am just going to glue down and I think I want this to be like at its width because I'm pretty sure I'm going to use these two as pockets. So yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and let me get more glue on here, make sure. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and glue these. I'm making sure I do this the right direction. Okay. Just press that down. And I'm going to leave a little piece up because when this is dry, I'm going to tear this up so that it has like jagged edges. Okay. So. Yeah. I'm going to put this one here. And I'm going to let that dry. And I'm going to do this one here with some book page. I really like a video that I saw the other day, and I got this idea from, I can't, but she was working with index cards and Shinuki art, Shauna from Shinuki art, and I thought, oh, I could make some pockets or some journal cards like that. And I just love her mixed media style. I love her. She's awesome. So, yeah, so I thought, well, I'm going to come on and try to do these. And so that's who inspired me to do these. Now, we're going to have to let these dry good. So, because right now they're just wanting to tear up, and I don't want that. I want, you know, just to pull up like the edges. Let's see. Yeah, so I have torn around the edges. Oh, I don't think I put enough glue. Oh, that's funny. We gotta have enough glue for it to actually stick to it, otherwise it's not gonna make much sense. Yeah, it's not sticking. That's funny to me. Okay, again, we're going to pause and let this dry. Okay, so I'm just going around and I'm kind of tearing up the edges, okay, of this on the music paper. leave that one. I don't want to tear up everything. I just want to rip the edges a little bit. Okay. Yeah. I was trying to get this one piece up right here because I really didn't want that piece there, but it's really stuck. Figures. Maybe if I come from this angle. Nope. It is very stuck. Okay. Now let's do this one here. There we go. So, what was I going to say? I don't remember. I started to say something and I forgot what it was. I was thinking about tomorrow. Well, Saturday. Today's Saturday, so tomorrow Sunday. And what we would do on our video. And I think I want to play with index cards. I was thinking it'd be really fun to make some cards with just maybe some scraps, decorate some index cards with some scraps and do up some fun, cards for our journal. I don't know. I'm thinking of ways to use our scraps up. Okay, now next I want to grab the heavy gesso I'm using, and you can, I'm sure you can use any type of gesso, but I want to take it around and soften the edges here. So I'm just gonna kind of rub it around, and it's picking up the ink too in the watercolor. It just kind of like clouds that defining line between that paper and the background, and I love that. I really do. I think I'm going to add, I'm going to do some black on the edges of this. That has kind of become like that, and speckling, is kind of become my two favorite things to do. I just think they're so fun. Okay. Oops, I think this one needs lifted a little bit more. Look at that. I just realized it's not. Oh, I don't want to tear the whole thing off. I thought I had more glue than that. Oh no. Oh, bummer. Oh well. We're just going to have more of this covered with gesso than not. Okay. And it'll just be peeking through. This is kind of reminding me, I did a digital started a digital yesterday. And I am calling it Steampunk Rose. And that almost reminds me of one of the pages has like a piece of torn music in the center coming out of other music. And yeah, that kind of reminds me of it right there. So yeah, that'll be in the shop pretty soon. I'm just working on the fussy cuts. I did all the background pages yesterday, and I could probably do more. I did I think I did 9 background pages, and yeah, I thought it came out kind of fun. I really had fun making it. So I haven't sat down since I've had the computer, and I mean, I did the lightning, I did a lightning bolt digi, but I haven't really done any designing too much. I mean, I designed the lightning bolt digi, but I mean like a full-blown, you know, kit since I got the computer. And that was kind of the whole point of getting the computer, was to create my digitals. Yeah, so I'm just pushing this back a little bit into the outer part of the music. Okay, those are looking weird and kind of cool. Now I'm just checking here. I think, yep, I thought so. I did not get as much glue down as I should have for these. Note to self for next time, right? Okay, that's all right. It's all right. They're definitely torn up and random, that's for sure. Okay. All right, now I'm gonna cover this real quick. And I think I'm gonna grab a paintbrush. Where'd I put? Oh, they're over here. Never mind. I'm trying to think if I want black speckles or white. I'm kind of thinking. Let me debate on that for just a second. Black is what I have in front of me here, so I'll probably use that. Oh, you know what? I think I moved my little brush that I use. I'm going to pause for a second. I have to go get it. It's in the kitchen. I'll be right back. Okay, I got it. So I'm just going to grab, I have some black gesso over here to my right, and I'm just going to use that and put that on my block because it can wash right off. And spray this with water. Okay. And I'm spraying it really, really, really good because my gesso's kind of thick. I haven't used it a lot, and it's a little bit thicker than it should be. You know what I probably should have done was grab my watercolor, the black out of my watercolor, and just use that. I bet that would work better. Because if this is too thick, it's gonna get caught in my brush and splatter everywhere, and I don't want that. Do not want splatters. I just want little dots. Okay, so I'm going to try and be really, really careful. Sometimes I get big, huge blobs, and yeah, don't want that. I was thinking as I was stirring with the tip of my brush, now make sure and wipe that brush off, and I didn't. Now I've got it in my hand. You guys knew I would do that, right? I just love the impact that these little dots have. The little splatters are so fun. And what I'm planning on doing is using what we did the other day, possibly with the front, and make like a pocket for the front of these. Yeah, I can't get enough. Okay, there we go. I don't want to get Oh, street. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't know how I did that, but I like it. It's not going to do it again, of course, but that's fun. Okay. So let's dry these real quick this time. I think I'll just let you guys hear it. Not worry about it. Okay, there we go. So now I do want to do some the edging, and I'm just gonna do like a, you know, technically I was trying something, and this works too. At least it did for me the other day, was when I wet this down. Let's see if I can get it to work on these, and just go around and give it that nice edge. That has sort of become my favorite thing to do. I know, everybody, I am so behind the times. I am aware. That's okay. You know, it isn't about what time I got to the party. It's that I made it. And I made it. If I had actually gone down that paper aisle at Joann's back in about 2013, I'd have been doing this stuff for over 10 years by now, but I didn't. I said, no, I'm not going to join in to the scrapbooking paper crave because I'll go insane. And yeah, now look at me. I like that. It's fun. I know it's not for everybody, but I love all the wild colors and the all the fun interest of, you know, just the different designs on the page from the paper and the paint going into the crevices of it. I just think it's so pretty. I love it. All right. Okay, so there's that one. Now, I'm going to grab a wet wipe real quick, clean that up. I'll have to just get busy and wipe this down real good later, because now I've got stuff everywhere. Wiping off my block real fast. I don't want that drying on there, so. Not that everything else hasn't been on there. I mean, you can tell by looking at it that I'm constantly using it for something. I do not know what that is. It must be paint, acrylic paint or something. So I should just use this one for paint and stuff and get me a new one for my stamping. Okay. All right. Now, what time is it? Let me see. Oh, good. So what I was thinking, I'm not sure if I'm going to use that one or, let me look here real quick because I've got, I'm not sure I'm going to use that or not because it doesn't really match. What I do think I'll do is give this the white of this paper. I'm going to douse it a little bit with some, yeah, with some just on the paper here with some of my ink on this brush. Okay. All right. Because the reason I'm thinking I'm not going to use this is because the color scheme is pinks and stuff. And this one's more lavenders with the butterflies. Let me cut what I wanted to do. Now, I'm not going to sew right now on my machine because of what happened the other day, and I just haven't had a chance to really... This one's not so bad. This has got that temple or whatever it is on here in the front. But anyway, I haven't had a chance to really figure out what my machine was pulling the other day on me. It could have just been because I was using that particular paper. This paper, maybe it was making, I needed to bring the tension up or down or something like that. I'm wondering though. Okay. I think I am going to use it, but I'm going to do a couple things to it. Where's my... Okay. Yeah. I'm going to take out some of this pinky here on the end. I'm going to use double-sided tape for this because that worked really well for me the other day, and I don't want to I don't really want to glue it. But I don't want to make the pocket small either, so what I think I'll do is do like half of it so that it doesn't close off my whole pocket, or like, do you know what I'm saying? Use up too much of the side of my pocket is what I'm trying to say. And I'm going to keep that for the other side. And I'm going to trim this so that it's even. There. Okay, and I'm hoping that this sticks to this okay. I don't even know if I'm going to like this or not, to be honest with you. There's a little bit of purplish up here in this corner. So we're gonna, yeah, it's sticking, good. Nope, maybe it's not. I better glue it. Oh, I don't want to use that glue. Well, it's too late. I'm just gonna lightly glue it and hope for the best, you guys. I just had a thought. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place now. All of a sudden. Because I had it in my head to use that, and then after I got to that point, I realized it doesn't match. And so, yeah, I don't want to use it now. So what I was going to do, if I can find my, yeah. Where's my vellum? Here it is. Yeah, I'm going to use my vellum, I believe. Instead, and I'm gonna put that on there as a pocket, and that way you can still see the design through the vellum. And I'm going to use this as a pocket, so I'm going to wrap this around. Okay, if I can keep from, look at, I'm getting from my hands. Forgive me for being a mess all of a sudden. I know, there's some of you going, what do you mean all of a sudden? You're always like that. Oh, that's funny. Anyway. Okay. So what I was going to say is this way you can see through the vellum, and I'll just miter the back, and that way the pocket will have it'll have a backing where this won't be seen, and then it'll have the full pocket. Just let it go. Does that make sense? You'll see. Hopefully I can make this work and you'll see what I mean. But I was thinking the vellum, that way you could see the design through it, and that'll be pretty, you know. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and I can use my real glue for this and put it onto the back where it'll be stronger. Okay, there we go. Where it'll be nice and strong, because this back has, you know, the ability for this to glue nicely on there. Okay, now just fold that over. Yeah, once I figure out what's going on with my sewing machine, I will sew stuff like this again. But for right now, I'm just using glue because I just don't, I'm not in the mood to mess with it right now, to be perfectly honest. Okay. And I apologize for my horribly dyed fingers. There we go. So now we have a nice little pocket in the front, a very decorated pocket to glue in. I am going to use this as like a pocket, and have a pocket behind, and then this here. And so, yeah. But you'll be able, they can see it through there, and I like that. I am also going to grab my dauber, and I'm going to use, ouch, I'm going to use my black ink here. Hopefully I won't regret this. And I was just going to go around this edge. Yeah. Just kind of extend the black. Where this folded over, it's kind of hanging off. There we go. There. Okay. And I might as well just run this along the edge there. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this side, make a pocket, and that way again, that way you can see all that's going on for this, because I really like these and I want what's happening here to show. It definitely was not going to show with the other, so. Well, I hope that someone finds some inspiration today from this. I know I was a little bit rattled and messy. Look at that black got on there from the inside there. I don't even think it's black. I think it's the ink. It's probably just not dry completely, because it's definitely from the inside. Okay, so I'm going to cut this. I do need to measure a little better here. There we go. Yeah, I hope somebody receives something from today's video and not just me all over the place. When I pause the video that often to let things dry and stuff, it kind of throws you off a little bit. I've heard Tina say that she hates, you know, to pause the video because she knows that, you know, she's not going to know what time it is or, you know, all those things. Oh, did I just do that? Of course I just did that. Tara, nay. Anyway. Of course I did. Anyway, I've heard her talk about the fact that she doesn't like to pause the video because of timing and all that. And I understand what she means because, oh my gosh, look at that. Oh well, my vellum is as messy as my card. So, it's just all a part of the project. Now I've got this on here and it's not quite, there we go. Wasn't going up into the fold of it. But yeah, she always talks about that, and I understand what she means because when you do pause a lot, it kind of throws you off. You don't really know how long you've been going. You don't know, you know, and then you feel, at least I feel a little bit discombobulated. So I need to learn how to use my editing program because I have one now. I have purchased an editing program and I need to teach myself to use it. So you might start seeing, I mean, you did see 2 videos this week where I spliced videos together. So yeah, so you might start seeing a little bit more editing and stuff. I like fast forwarding and things like that. I don't know yet. We'll see. I don't know. Tina and Pam do just fine and they don't do all that stuff. Right. So Gail doesn't do it, you know. There are those of us out there that don't do a lot of editing stuff. Okay. Now I know there's spots and stuff, but they line up with what's on the card because I think it's where my ink was still kind of wet. So I'm not going to worry about it. I know it's not from my fingers because it happened when I pressed it on the inside of the card. So all right, there's that one. All right, you guys, so there's those 2. Now what time is it? Do I have time to decorate at all? I don't really think I need to do a ton. I don't know what I want to put in here yet. And I have all this stuff out here in my way. But let's look. We could put some. I'm just looking in here. So like you can see, this will hold quite a bit of, I'm just sticking these in. I mean, these are not what I'm going to use for this, but probably, but they're kind of fun to just see kind of what this can hold. They can hold quite a bit because we've glued them, you know, to the back. So we have that room available to us. I'm looking in here real quick to see what colors I have here. The sky's the limit. Praise God. So anyway, that gives you guys an idea of what I was thinking with it when I was doing that. I'm gonna use black and go around these edges. As you can see, that watercolor paint really jacks you up if you don't pay attention to what you're doing, okay? I'm putting this on here. I think it's kind of cute, this little guy. This little guy. You know what would be good on here would maybe be a couple of stamps, actually. but I don't know. I've put a lot of my, actually, I think I might want to put some of these on there. I've put away a lot of my stamps. But I was thinking these dots on this part of the vellum would look kind of cool. Just as an extension of what we already did with our little splatters. Oh my gosh, I have such a mess. I put a lot of my stamps away, and I'm not real sure what I should use that's in here right now. This. I'm going to put this here. You are inscribed on the palm of his hand. Of course, I'm slightly crooked. I'm always just slightly crooked on stuff, I'll be honest. Well, because I was looking at this and thinking, well, I could do, you know, people like I always do, but then I thought, oh, you know, maybe just do something that's not quite as dark, but, you know, but still, you know, gives you the impression of something being done to it. Just not... Okay, I'm going to put this over here. I like that. And then, of course, we have to put, because I just have to put a little bit of bling on this butterfly because I love it on the butterflies. Okay. Just trying to get all these little strings snipped. Sorry, it's taking me a second. My hands are so stained. They're throwing me off. I'm like, ah. In my head, I'm looking at them going, no, 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 they look awful. And I'm going to use some hot glue on here. Hopefully not burning myself. Don't burn yourself, Tara. I just wanted it to be quick, and then I drop it. Of course, there we go. All right, guys, so there we go. Decorated a little bit, not a huge amount, but like I said, you know, you can fit tons of cute little cards, and even paper in there. But it makes a nice big pocket that's very, very mixed media. Okay. I hope you like it, and I hope you felt inspired today, and I will see you guys tomorrow. God bless. I love you. Bye.